Hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well and simply having a great day. And welcome to the first episode of Universe Mode, of WWE2K24 Universe Mode, here on my channel. Now, when it comes to doing a WWE 2K Universe Mode, I took a big hiatus on it, where I started the idea, did at least 15 episodes, took a break, tried it again, did like 3 episodes, and I waited, and here I am now with a brand new Universe Mode. I know I just said Universe Mode about about exact things in this span of at least 10-15 seconds, but that's not the point. As with the beginning of a new Universe Mode, we gotta determine champions. Now, I could have been dumb and said, hey, let's go ahead and determine the champions for the first show for each brand. But then I realized, if I do that, then the champion's first defense will be 3 weeks later, and they could potentially lose it in less than a month. So it would not make any sense to have champions before the first PLE or Premium Live event for our Universe Mode. So, the way we're going to determine champions are through tournaments. And tonight, we're going to start with a lot of qualifying matches, actually, as I did all the calculations, put all the brackets and everything together. And we're going to have some qualifying matches qualifying matches to get into the tournaments, or for tournaments that have already begun, as we're going to be trying to determine all the World Heavyweight Champions, the Intercontinental Champion, a U.S. title champion, let's see, the World Champions of both brands, the Women World Champions for both brands, Intercontinental Champion, U.S. Champion, and then each tag team champion for both brands, and then a women's tag team champion. Which means we're going to be crowning about 9 champions over the span of a few episodes. So, well, actually, I kind of misdirected that statement. So, over the span of these next few episodes, these next few weeks, all episodes are going to be dedicated to doing qualifying matches and tournament matches to see who's going to make it, who's going to advance, who could potentially be champion kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it. I should have kind of figured that out. And then when we get to our first Premium Live event, which will be Night of Champions, a Saturday a few weeks from now, we will determine all those champions. We'll determine who will be leading Raw and Smackdown as the world champions for the men's and women's division. Who will be the tag team champions for the men and women? Who will be the Intercontinental Champion, the United States Champion? There's just so many questions that I simply cannot comprehend it in terms of trying to speak English. So, before we get started, I'm going to kind of show what matches to expect. So, we have 8 matches on tap, as we have so I kind of did some little, research or kind of set it up in terms of how the tournament is laid out and how many participants are in the tournament. As the first match we have is Raquel Rodriguez versus Charlotte Flair in a Women's World Title qualifier match. And when I say qualifier, that means whoever wins will be entered into the tournament. As through the night, throughout the episode, throughout the evening, I will mention who are already in the tournaments and what matches to expect for qualifying matches and so on and so forth. Then our second match will be another qualifier, but for the World Heavyweight Championship between the Mad Dragon Ilya Dragunov and the Visionary, the Revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins. And then we have our first true title tournament match, as we have Tyler Bate and the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne, New Catch Republic, taking on the Creed brothers of Diamond Mine in the first of 3 matches for the Raw Tag Team Title Tournament. In our next matchup, we have another Women's World Champion qualifier match between Michin and Ivy Nile Diamond Mine. And then after that, we have our first Intercontinental Title qualifier match between Mr. Whoop That Era leader Trick Williams taking on Mr. Boom Boom Boom, former member of the New Day, aka Jamaican Me Crazy Mr. Kofi Kingston, to determine who will I'll explain that kind of stuff later. And then in our next match, we have our first women's tag team title tournament match for the Raw side of things. As when it comes to the women's tag team titles, it'll be one set of titles shared between 2 brands, 8 teams then one from Raw and one from Smackdown will face off at Night of Champions to determine who will be the new Women's Tag Team Champions. So yeah, you got Shotzi and Gigi Dolan of the Misfits, a team that was put together just, I guess, hours ago to be the way to say it, taking on the team of Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. So the winner of this match will not qualify, but will advance in the tournament for the Raw side of things. In the next match, we have our second and final Intercontinental title qualifying match for the night between the Aussie icon Grayson Waller and the leader of Diamond Mine, Chad Gable. In our final match, in the main event, we will have our second World Heavyweight Championship qualifying match tonight between main event Jey Uso taking on the leader of the Wyatt Six, Mr. Bray Wyatt. So I think I've said a heck of a bunch of words. So that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get straight into it. But I'll be honest, I didn't fully prepare myself for this, as I was trying to plan for 7 o'clock. But I didn't, so either way, we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. And the reason I'm going to my face cam, obviously I don't have to go to my face cam, and I can just let it play through like how I did for the previous Universe Mode. Well, I want to change things up a little bit. There are going to be a lot of little logistics that I will change for sure, that you will see differently from this episode to episode 2, or the first Friday Night Smackdown for Universe Mode. It's kind of funny, but it also kind of annoys me how I've been doing stuff like this for, I guess, weeks, but just doing YouTube and content in general for months, even years. And here I am still like stumbling over my words and kind of had an idea what to say, and then I just don't. So, but yeah, it's just a lot of interesting things to think about for myself.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, Raquel already has plenty of championship gold to her name. NXT Women's Champion, multiple tag titles. It's hard to imagine anything getting in her way.
I guess since I forgot to turn off the commentary for this episode, I'm gonna let them take over. But then in between matches, I'll come back and join you guys. So, being said, enjoy the first match of the evening.
The Queen has arrived. And boy, does she know how to make an entrance. And from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair. Hey, if you want to create a legacy in the WWE Women's Division, then Charlotte Flair is the mountain you have to climb. Yeah, there's no one even close to the amount of accomplishments that Charlotte has. The WWE ring is her unquestioned kingdom. Charlotte will stop you and then leave an imprint of her boot tattooed on your face. Highly skilled in every facet. Strength, brawling ability, risk-taking, mind games. No other women's competitor has been so decorated, so revered. Charlotte Flair is ahead of her time. True greatness usually isn't realized until after you've been enshrined in the WWE Hall of Fame. Such is not the case with Charlotte. Just open your eyes and experience the greatness. Greatness has a name, and it is Charlotte Flair. Lover or hater, she is truly the measuring stick of this division, standing head and shoulders above her peers. usually begin for Raquel Rodriguez to lay someone out, but here we are. This one's official.
Just so we're clear, no one's safe from La Chingona's fury. Raquel's fists and feet are rated E for everyone.
Raquel, can she do it here? She kicks out at one.
An emphatic kick out, and there's still a lot of game left here.
Oh, dragon screw ankle breaker. Wow, that hurt. Pain must be shooting through that leg now.
Into a double knee drop. Oh, my goodness.
Ah, what a smash.
That is just insulting.
Heads outside, but this one has to end in the ring. Able to interrupt the attack. Brought back into the ring from the floor now.
Look at this.
Oh, from the rope.
Raquel just rubbing it in now.
Producing a trampling. And she's stunned in the corner.
Clothesline to the back of the neck.
Working on the leg.
Right to the leg.
Corey, the strength of Raquel Rodriguez is something that never ceases to amaze. Is that what earns her the W tonight?
It might, but it won't be the only factor. Raquel's power overshadows her adaptability, which has also taken her very far. And that's an ability that is not nearly as easy to target.
You can see Charlotte's expert game plan experiencing a minor hitch there.
That's the kind of physicality we can expect from Raquel. Slowly getting up, but she won't like what she's met with. From the top.
And Charlotte with a reversal.
Charlotte might be waking up.
The U-turn Charlotte needed in this match could have been that right there. Across the top rope, all the way to the floor.
Taking it to the floor. What's she gonna do? Kick right to the body. Just rubbing salt in the wound now.
Well, I don't think there was anything necessary about that.
Oh, that might have just broken something.
Oh, nice balance. Into the knee drop. Nothing Charlotte loves more than to gloat and say, I told you so.
And she'll back it up soon enough.
And now gets tossed into the ring. Sidewalk slam. Oh, just deadlifting their opponent.
Tossing their opponent like they're nothing. Just a perfect...
Submission, the goal. And she releases the hold as she feels that enough damage has been done.
Should have kept on wrenching. Why show mercy now?
Shots there in the corner, now looking to raise the stakes. And corkscrew senton.
Two count. No, she kicks out.
She just dug down deep there, but I don't know if she'll be able to do it again.
She flips it back on her.
Charlotte channeling all of her aggression.
She's going for it. Kicking out in time.
What a match.
Flair delivering the Raquel is making a believer out of all of us right now after a kick out like that.
That did. Way too. Diving moonsault. Is it enough? The cover. There it is. Charlotte is your winner.
Here is your winner, Charlotte Flair.
And Charlotte picks up the win here tonight.
But if there's anyone in the women's division who knows how to handle a setback, it's Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, luck hasn't historically been on her side, but Raquel always makes the best out of a bad situation.
Alright, so first match is done, and Charlotte Flair picks up the victory over Raquel Rodriguez and advances to qualify for the women's world title tournament. And for this tournament, with her advancing, actually before I say who she's going to be against, so there's supposed to be 8 competitors, and since there's 12 total participants, we have 4 qualifying matches. We just had the first one, as Charlotte Flair just beat Raquel Rodriguez. As with that, she'll be facing Kiana James in the first round, and in the next matchup will be Nia Jax versus the winner of Michin versus Ivy Nile, and then we will have Tiffany Stratton versus next week's matchup versus the winner of next week's matchup, Cora Jade versus Alexa Bliss, and then Naomi taking on the winner of also next week's matchup, Tegan Knox versus JC Jane. So a lot of these like next 2 weeks or 2 episodes of each show will basically just be dedicated to qualifying matches and actual tournament matches. But for now, for the tag titles, it'll be tournament matches. But in terms of like the world titles and the US and Intercontinental title, it would just be qualifying matches. So I'd let y'all know that, as the next match up will be Ilya Dragunov taking on the Visionary, the Revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins. And for this match, for the first matchup, it would be Shinsuke Nakamura versus the winner of Jey Uso versus Bray Wyatt, which is our main event. And the next matchup is Carmelo Hayes versus the winner of next week's matchup between Braun Strowman and Finn Balor. And then AJ Styles versus the winner of Gunther versus Braun Breaker. And then the winner of this match between Dragunov and Rollins will face Damian Priest in the tournament in the first round of the tournament. So yeah, that will basically do it for the first round, and we will now get into the first match of the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. Well, qualifying match for the first round.
This just went from a match to a fight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds, the NXT champion, Ilya Dragunov.
There are not many superstars more ferocious than Ilya Dragunov.
Well, that ferocity, Saxton, has led Dragunov.
Oh, saying that NXT title, I forgot to take that off him because he's not the NXT champion in this Universe Mode, because it'll just be Raw and Smackdown. So there's so many little things that I forgot to do. It's just every time I do stuff in terms of streams and videos, I'm so unorganized and unprepared. But yeah. to answer to respond to Driftwood, Mr. Driftwood on Twitch, yeah, they still make WWE games. They have for a very long time. They've made one every single year. As back in 2013-ish, 2K took over the WWE games series, and they have produced WWE2K games ever since. As this is WWE2K24, and yeah, I don't know if I answered the question properly.
But Ilya Dragunov always seems to be on the attack, even when being attacked.
Certainly a dangerous competitor for anyone who steps into the ring with him. I expect we'll see that signature style of Dragunov on full display tonight. But he is in the ring with a visionary, with a revolutionary in Seth freaking Rollins.
And you can't...
And into the count. And he manages to kick out at one. He's nowhere near ready to stop fighting yet. Love him or hate him, Seth freaking Rollins is arguably one of the best in-ring competitors in all of WWE today. Considering his skill level and the many accolades he's accumulated, Corey, you have to ask, how do you prepare for he can end it here? Kicks out at just one. Loose cover leads to a strong kick out. Jumping knee drop. So precise. A relentless continued assault from Rollins.
Ilya has to trust his instincts at this point.
Rollins. Seth Rollins back of the neck with a forearm. What a blow. Carefully placed stomp to the arm. Oh my God. Oh, he doesn't connect. Overhead with the German. Is it enough? I can't believe the ref didn't get two here. Versatility from Rollins.
And you can't deny the finesse Rollins brings to a move like that.
I think we know what Rollins is thinking now. Massive stop.
And that can keep Dragunov down. Pin.
And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner, Seth freaking Rollins.
What a big win for Seth Rollins.
When you're Seth freaking Rollins, you expect a certain amount of success like this.
All in a day's work for the visionary.
Alright, we now have another match up, as we have the new Catch Republic of the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne, and the big strong boy, Tyler Bate, taking on the Creed brothers, who are representing Diamond Mine, in the Raw Tag Team Title Tournament. I gotta say, this matchup will be very interesting. And just for clarification, you could be saying like, oh, well, if you're going, well, oh my goodness. I don't know why I just stumbled like that. But you might be thinking, oh, well, Rollins is better overall than Dragunov. Obviously, he's going to beat him. For context, when it comes to all these tournament matches, all these qualifying matches, I randomized them. I just simply put all the participants I wanted to use for each division and tournament, randomized it, and went with that order. So, yeah. 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 And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything to do with my channel, this series, streaming, video games, anything, please don't bother letting me know, because I have really nothing to talk about besides just these tournament matches. But for the Raw Tag Team Title Tournament, since we're on the subject, since I should have already mentioned it earlier, the 4 teams. We have 2 qualifying matches. This is one of 2 qualifying matches between the New Catch Republic taking on the Creed Brothers, where the winner of this match will go on to face the Authors of Pain in the first tournament match. And then the other qualifying match will be the LWO taking on 2 members of the Wyatt Six in other qualifying matches, where the winner of that match will face Pretty Deadly in the first round. So, yeah, a lot of qualifying matches. I didn't realize that. It's funny how I put it down just a tag team title tournament match, and it was actually a qualifying match. I forgot there was qualifying matches. There's qualifying matches because there's 6 teams. Yeah, so 6 teams, 2 qualifying matches. Then it'll be down to 4. We'll do a tournament from there.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 380 pounds, Tyler Bate and P. Dunn, the Republic.
A big-time tag team match with major stakes on hand will have major ramifications.
I'd say this match will for sure be very interesting to watch because there's 2 great teams, 1 great matchup, but only one can qualify for the tournament. So, will it be the New Catch Republic? Will it be the Creed Brothers of the Diamond Mine? We'll find out next. Oof. So, this will definitely be one of those matches that deserves to be the title match. But, unfortunately, it's not the case this time.
This guy is the future. One half of the Creed brothers.
And their opponents. First, from Lexington, Ohio, weighing in at 230 pounds, Julius Reed.
I forgot their tag title entrance was separate.
Different caliber. Julius can match power with larger opponents, stay in stride with quicker competitors, or go hold for hold with grapplers. Gentlemen, we are about to see a wrestling clip. Here comes Brutus Creed.
And from Lexington, Ohio, weighing in at 285 pounds, Brutus Creed.
I'll be honest, I don't understand why they couldn't update not just their in-game model, but their renders. Because their models and renders are the same exact ones that they used for the previous previous game in 2K23. So, it's very interesting. It's now time to get this match underway.
2-on-2 tag team action.
Doesn't get any more classic than this. You truly get the best of both worlds, and sometimes pairings you really didn't see coming. Hey, kind of like you and me, Corey.
I would very much like to be excluded from this narrative, Saxton.
In off the tag.
Nothing fancy here, just raw power.
It couldn't have felt good being chucked around like that.
Oh, flapjack.
Gosh, landing face first.
Really just laying it in. That's a tag. Great tag team continuity. Double team incoming. From out of the corner. Into a fireman's carry. Nicely done. They finish each other's sentences. They finish each other's moves. That's tag team excellence right there, gentlemen.
Clothesline!
Oh, what an uppercut. Sure.
Picked up, backdrop suplex. Across the back.
Tagging his partner in now.
Shoulder tackle.
Gets the tag. The head scissor takedown.
Carefully measured knee drop. Great rotation on the belly back suplex.
There's a lot of hard ways to land, but that might be the hardest.
Crank in the head. Makes him pay with a counter.
Soaring European uppercut.
Arm wringer applied. Arm wringer finger snap.
That's just making fine work of the joints and tendons. Getting granular with your targets.
Tag is made, and he's coming in hot.
Amazing agility.
Quick reflex is so important in a match like this.
Oh, wicked cover.
Shoulders are down.
A kick out before play. He's still in the fight, but for how much longer? Drop kick all the way to the floor.
Mat slam with some attitude. Oh, no mercy behind that forearm.
He's absorbed some damage already.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
And the knee.
Climbing to the top rope.
He's positioning himself, closing in.
Sky high.
Moved out of the way. Oh, my gosh.
And scissors takedown.
Very nice.
Crank in the head. He's tagging out. This is making me nervous.
Oh, man. Slingshot DDT off the apron.
Both arms captured and vitriolic stomps.
The stomp in every single part of his body. You can feel the resentment building with each stomp there.
Julius keeps him at bay. Oh, my gosh. With one hand.
I honestly can't believe we just saw a human being tossed like that.
He's struggling a bit here.
Yeah, this is exactly why constant, frequent tags are so important in a match like this. Kimura cinched in with body wrap. This could be over.
Oh no, this is not where he wants to be.
And look at this. Kimura. Nowhere to go but perhaps. Oh, my God. They broke out of it.
Boom. Running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
He may get the 3 count right here.
This is it.
And he fights it off.
How in the world did he kick out?
And this is just outrageous power.
Into a German.
Double arm lock. Yeah, double arm lock saw.
Heave the side. Jeez.
One strong attack after another.
T-bar into a power slam. Impressive. Just unveiling the full extent of muscle with those attacks.
Some showboating from Julius Creed here.
Yes, tag.
Arm wringer applied. Oh my goodness, that might have snapped a finger.
DDT.
Tyler's feeling a rush of confidence right now.
Okay, already, we get it. Stop looking for adulation for the crowd and get back into the fight. He has a task at hand, but prefers to be showboating right now. Uh-oh. Oh, and a reversal.
Up and around, down with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Ooh.
Tackles ruthless.
This match's brutality starting to show.
This is what the purpose of a tag team is. Don't be afraid to use the resources and help your partner offers.
And this has got to be it.
And he makes the save for his team.
Just wanted to say a big old thank you to Mr. or just to Driftwood for hitting that follow button here on for the Twitch channel. Thank you for that. Should I mention that? But give him a little, or give them a little shout out.
WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now. Ooh, DDT.
That's got to be it. There's a shoulder up almost immediately.
What stamina. It's truly impressive to completely beat the count here.
No, that'll break his arm. Vicious.
Oh, wicked kick to the lower back.
Bang, bang. Punch right on the money. Arm wringer applied. Arm wringer finger snap.
Bate with a kick to the gut, double under. Tyler driver 97. Did Bate end it then?
The cover.
Just barely making it out.
His opponent thought he had it in the bag for sure.
This is when you have to switch game plans. You can't let yourself get discouraged.
All of that work, all these big moves, and it still didn't earn the fall.
Look at that gash on the face of Brutus.
Creed finding a way to slow his opponent's assault down.
Brutus weathered the storm and wants to create a flurry of his own.
Drop right in their face.
Clean tag for his partner.
Dominating shoulder tackle.
He could pin his opponent right here.
It's over.
And he only stays down for a 1 count.
Right now, I just don't know what it's going to take. Julius Creed taking it down in the basement. Wait for it. Boom with the clothesline.
Can Bate recover from that?
For the win. There's 2. And that'll do it. It's finally over with the win.
Here are your winners, the team of Julius Creed and Brutus Creed.
2 great superstars that go great together, and that win is proof.
The wrestling gods have truly blessed this union. I fully expect to see more showings like this going forward from this duo.
All right, what a great match between the Creed brothers and New Catch Republic. Gotta say, did not expect that. I'll be honest, I did not expect that outcome. I was kind of rooting. Guess obviously I shouldn't have a bias and root for a team. But I was kind of pulling in the favor of New Catch Republic for Dunn and Bate, because just because. But with that, they now qualify for the Raw Tag Team Title Tournament, and they will be facing the Authors of Pain, who of Akam Razor of the Final Testament, in the first round. With that, we now have another member of Diamond Mind in the qualifying matches. It's going to be the Pitbull, Miss Ivy Nile, taking on Michin, Mia Yim, former member of the OC, in a qualifying match for the Women's World Title Tournament.
She is ready to get in the competition's face.
Michin is as Michin does. Never afraid to do something crazy.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Fontana, California, Michin!
The HBIC of WWE looking to carve a name for herself and leave her mark on sports entertainment.
Look, there's no doubt Michin has all the tools to do just that. But can she put them together and reach the top?
Here comes the Pitbull of the women's division.
And from Knoxville, Tennessee, Ivy Nile.
You know, Ivy Nile's not the biggest woman around, but Nile has honed her body into a finely tuned weapon.
Weights. Ivy Nile lifts the whole gym.
Nile never stops training, never stops working. She's always improving on herself. Michin loves to fight, and she can come at you from any direction. She can get down and dirty on the mat, and she goes for the pin. Kick out at one.
Doesn't bode well if you still can't get more than a 1 count by now.
Placing them into the corner.
Oh, brutal forearm.
With the reversal.
The Karass sleeper is in. Sleeper hold.
Submission locked in, nowhere to... Well, the right hands, and that creates space and separation.
Kick to the midsection, sends that flip. No muss, no fuss on that delivery. Someone clearly doesn't want this match to go on much longer than it has to.
Oh, and she turns it around.
Way to steer clear.
Ivy Nile is one of those superstars whose training really doesn't have a weak point. Is there any way around preparation like that?
The one thing Nile does not possess is size, Cole. It's true she trains a lot to compensate for that, but
Up high.
The cover, shoulders down. She breaks the count quick.
impressive to not even allow a 2 count at this juncture.
Big elbows right to the body.
Oh, look at this.
I love it. Oh, and she got out of there.
She's dazed on the top turnbuckle. Uh-oh. This is not going to be nice. This is going to be nasty.
All about winning, no matter what it takes. Superplex. That move on its own will knock the wind out of you, but from that height, it'll knock the earth and fire out of you, too. No way.
Oh, no. Crashing hard onto the floor.
A huge miss. There's bad timing, and then there's whatever you want to call that.
Oh, man.
Now trampling the opposition.
Ivy may be a diamond, but she just felt the pressure on that one.
Michin putting some punishing offense on display.
DDT.
Spiked.
Thrown out of ringside and back to the mat. Can she do it here? Stops the ref count before two.
She's still in this one.
That unraveled on Michin.
And Niall is finally able to mount some resistance with that.
She was getting grinded down, but that could have just started a quick turnaround. A knee right on the temple. Just proof positive that Michin won't take her foot off the pedal.
Michin crafting an attack.
Defeat. Michin put a stamp on this one.
Shoulders down.
Michin got it done.
Here is your winner, Michin!
Ivy Nile suffering a loss here.
Don't get it twisted. Michin is the real deal, and this win should serve as a potent reminder of that.
Wow, what a great match between Michin and Ivy Nile, as it looks like one member of Diamond Mine will not be advancing in their respective tournaments, as Michin gets the win over Ivy Nile to advance the tournament. And she will be facing, I'm pretty sure I know I've already said it, but with this win, she will go on to face Nia Jax in the first round. And the next match we have, great one. Two great competitors. Two very different, I guess, fighting styles. But, I guess, one known for being a high flyer, being a member of one of the greatest tag teams in WWE history, taking on someone who led basically an era through a big time chant, and down in NXT. So you have Whoop That Trick Williams, taking on Kofi Kingston in a qualifying match for the Intercontinental title tournament. As the winner of this match, will go on to face Ricochet in the first round.
Here comes the greatest, Trick Willie.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in at 205 pounds, Trick Williams.
Says he has the gift of gab and the gift of jab.
Trick Williams possesses undeniable skills on the mic and in the ring.
And undeniably full of himself. All that matters to Trick is success and staying at the top.
But here's the thing. Trick has to prove he can do that on his own. As exuberant as ever.
Well, Kofi only has one mode.
And his opponent, from Ghana, West Africa, weighing in at 212 pounds, Kofi Kingston!
A man some would credit with the creation of the power of positivity.
And Kofi Kingston has such a special bond with the WWE Universe. Basically, when Kofi wins, they win.
And you can never, ever count Kofi Kingston out. Trick Williams ready for action here.
A lot of people underestimate Williams, and he's the kind of guy that takes that personally. With the gift of gab and the gift of jab, Trick Williams demands you show him the respect he deserves.
Yeah, Corey, we're about to see how Trick gets that done tonight.
And then we've got Kofi Kingston, one of the most dynamic superstars in all of WWE.
And when the WWE Universe is in Kofi's corner, there's no opponent he can't topple. No tricky situation he can't recover from. We should really keep that in mind here. And a stop to the gut, too.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
DDT!
He skirts away.
Oh, just throwing their body. Tossed caution out the window, and it paid off.
Adrenaline is through the roof now.
Oh, he retaliates. Shoulder tackle. This match grinded him down a little.
Yeah, Trick saw the opportunity and did not hesitate. Man, a little extra luster behind that kick.
Corey, Trick Williams is still fairly new to WWE. Which part of his game should be his focus here as he continues to develop?
Well, there's a lot of natural talent and athleticism in Williams. It won't solve for everything, but it should be able to get him out of most jams while he builds up his body of work.
Makes the cover.
Kicked out.
Very close. Fatigue clearly setting in.
Big kick.
Get back here.
Leg lariat.
It takes a certain level of athleticism to pull that off.
Big splash. Dangerous position with your feet tied up like that.
Stuck in the tree of woe and right up against his face.
Come on.
All's fair in love and war, gentlemen. I saw nothing but effective offense.
Oh, right to the kidneys. Williams looking unable to get a leg up in this match.
Williams having trouble getting his bearings.
Well, that'll do some serious damage.
Bang!
What a reversal by Trick.
Williams might be waking up.
Good chance for Williams to gain his wisdom.
Oh, a forearm smash.
From behind. Back suplex.
Oh, across the top rope. Oh, that'll rattle you. Trick taking a step back and measuring his opponent. sore for a while. Could affect.
He thinks he has it. And he breaks the count quickly.
I think this match still has a ways to go.
Knew a trick had coming.
And he isn't looking helpless anymore.
And that was a well-executed attack.
That has Trick rocked.
Only two.
He is just barely still in the fight. I don't know how many more times he's going to be able to kick out after that.
That was too close for comfort.
Hey guys, Kofi's best shot couldn't end this. What next? What else does he need to do?
Launcher.
Diving hammer strike.
Big elbow.
Look at this heel hook. This is how you punish your opponent, and he's enjoying every minute of it. And his eyes are piercing through the opposition now. No. Oh, senton. That is the attitude of a daredevil. The ability to take risk with minimal trepidation.
No fear, absolute reckless abandon.
We're undoubtedly nearing the end.
At this point, it might be too much for him to recover from, Cole.
And he throws the opposition back into the ring.
Just look at Kofi go. And Kofi is on the roll.
And finds a count.
He's managing to find some of that needed breathing room.
The tricks.
Here we go. It's popping off.
Great reversal.
It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here. Two titans trading strikes and refusing to back down.
Great job refocusing to reverse that.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe. And that was a successful bit of offense with that maneuver.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
Oh, get ready for it. Boom, drop.
Excellent timing from Kofi there. A millisecond off on that move, it could have been disastrous.
High risk, high reward.
Super kick.
Trick Williams off the ropes. Throws it down with a slam dunk. Williams might just have it. Climbing up top, he's got big plans. Got the leg, dropping the elbow right on the knee.
Far into the match, and Trick isn't letting up.
Yeah, Williams finding a way to get where he wants to be, or way into the driver's seat.
Beautiful athleticism. DDT.
What a raucous crowd here tonight. He's got him in deep, deep trouble here. Look out. Across the back of the neck. Ouch. Into the cover. That's it. The blood and sweat put into this match. Well worth it.
Here is your winner, Kofi Kingston.
Huge win here from Kofi Kingston.
The energy in here is undeniable. Kofi reminding the WWE Universe that this is what he does best.
Well, it looks like Kofi Kingston will be advancing in the Intercontinental title tournament, well, making it into the tournament by beating Trick Williams. And with that being said, we're going to get into our second and final tag team match, but this time for the women's side of things, as we'll be seeing the first Raw women's, the first tournament match on the Raw side of things for the women's tag team title tournament between representing the Misfits, Shotzi and Gigi Dolan, taking on Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. And when it comes to the tournament for the women's tag team titles, that there's going to be, it's going to start with 8 teams, and it's going to go down by half, or, yeah, it's going to keep shrinking as the weeks go on, as it starts with 8, 4 for each brand, 4 from Raw, 4 from Smackdown. It'll be down to 2, and then the winner of the 2 teams left for each brand will go on to face the winner of the other brand's brackets for the titles. So, let's get into it.
Shotzi ready to roll over the competition tonight like a tank.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Misfits from Oakland, California, Shotzi.
Byron, one of the most unique women superstars in history, but she has quickly grown in popularity.
Yeah, and quickly earned success too, Michael. Shotzi's a former NXT Tag Team Champion and nearly defeated Ronda Rousey for the Smackdown Women's title. Hey guys, I've been practicing this. Let me know what you think.
That wouldn't have scared off a mailman. Is she a rooster?
You don't get it.
The self-proclaimed Hell's favorite harlot.
And you can see exactly why.
And her partner, representing the Misfits from Atlanta, Georgia, Gigi Dolan.
A woman who began her wrestling career at the age of 17 years old.
She's one of the youngest female competitors in WWE, but already has a veteran's mindset.
Gigi Dolan has the ability to be pretty imaginative in the ring. She says her creativity is how she expresses herself.
Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, 2 women who are not here to make friends.
Who needs friends when you're destined for greatness like they are?
And the team of Piper Niven and Chelsea Green.
Green and Niven possess a continuity that borders the unorthodox, but when they focus on the same target, they get the job done.
Yeah, they're united by their desire to rule the women's division at any cost and make the entire WWE Universe miserable.
you're talking about the biggest and baddest. Piper and Chelsea aren't part of the conversation. They are the conversation.
Trust me, the last thing I want with Chelsea...
And always ready to launch an assault, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven are ready for this one.
Though unlikely, we can only hope Chelsea keeps her mouth closed. Even her partner, Piper Niven, can't stand all of her yapping.
It's a lot of talk, but this team comes together when you least expect them to, and they wreak havoc on their opposition. But man, are they easy to dislike, especially Chelsea.
And as their opponents, you need to cut the ring in half. You're facing a team with great synergy. Keeping them apart will be essential to success.
Isolation is certainly a key to neutralizing any great tag team.
Showboating right now. Able to get there in time. Down to bonus and a double axe handle smash. Whoa, stiff headbutt.
Tagged into action.
Big clothesline. Ooh, elbow strike.
They are feeding off the WWE fans, now pinning the arm down, and
Goodness gracious.
you have to imagine the disdain it takes to repeatedly stop someone like that.
Big boot. Cover.
Surprisingly quick kick out.
Kicking out so early certainly sends a message.
And this might not have a pleasant ending.
Face first.
Jumping elbow drop.
And Niven is showboating right now.
Why is she still boasting around? She's in a fight, for goodness sake. She's able to get the tag.
By the skin of her teeth.
Just driven into the mat.
Lives to fight another day. Across the top rope. What a hot shot.
The fatigue is setting in for her.
That's the kind of physicality we can expect from Piper.
And a suplex.
Incoming. Big time powerbomb. Over and over again, getting beaten down with force.
Into a sidewalk slam. Places her right in the corner.
Dismantling the arm in the corner. Gotta hurt.
Hard to grab or apply a proper hold after a move like that.
And she goes for the pin. And she kicks it in two.
She is still fighting, still keeping this going.
Suplex attempt. Able to go behind, though.
Chop block.
Strong kick out there.
Could be in search of a second win now.
Oh, look at the elbow. Look at this hammer away in the back. Uh-oh. And she had Shotzi's number there.
As the arm wringer.
Ooh, wasn't expecting that.
Oh, nice. Shoulders down. This could be the one that does it for her. Quick count out after one.
She is still in this fight. A set-out mat slam. Uh-oh. What a hurricanrana.
What a slam.
That's a tag.
Uh-oh. There's the backbreaker. Right across the chest.
Taking a moment to get pumped up with this crowd's incredible energy.
Got the
Gigi Dolan has her opponent up. Oh, the Gigi driver. Dolan landed that perfectly.
very few superstars possess the fortitude to do what we just witnessed.
Very few? How about almost none? This match just went to the next level.
You got to give a lot of credit here, withstanding what has taken out many other competitors.
Taking flight. Diving body splash.
Two. Shoulder up, shoulder up.
She just won't stay down.
Oh, wicked kick to the lower back.
Beautiful athleticism. Big boot. An impressive chain of moves from Gigi.
Dolan's bringing a little extra tonight.
Climbing up to the top now. Blast off.
Shotzi with a senton bomb. Niven's on her last breath.
Cover. Two. Victory here tonight.
Here are your winners, Gigi Dolan and Shotzi, the Misfits.
And these two really do make the perfect pair.
And if I'm in the tag division, I'm hoping with all my heart I don't come across these two in the future.
Wow, what an impressive match from both teams between Niven and Green and the Misfits, as the Misfits ended up taking the win in order to advance and simply qualify for the women's tag team title tournament. Well, not qualify, just advance. So the next matchup we have in the second and final Intercontinental title qualifying match for the episode, as we'll have the Aussie icon, Mr. Grayson Waller, taking on the leader of the newly reformed Diamond Mine, Chad Gable. As the winner of this match will not just win any ordinary match. No. The winner of this match will go on to take the Nigerian Giant, Omos, in the first round. Oh, so no matter who wins, whether it's Waller, whether it's Gable, it's going to be a tall task ahead of them.
Here comes the next big thing in WWE.
Yeah, according to Grayson Waller.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 206 pounds, Grayson Waller.
Already quickly risen through the ranks of NXT.
Never afraid to pick a fight, though there's no guarantee he'll actually fight fair.
Now we'll see if Grayson Waller can back up all his self-generated hype.
Here comes Master Gable.
And his opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 202 pounds, Chad Gable.
Chad Gable is a gold medalist who went to the next level as a member of the Alpha Academy.
Not someone you want to take lightly, despite his catchphrases.
Now, we've seen this guy deadlift men more than double his size on multiple occasions. Gable's more than proven he's a legitimate threat in that ring.
And we kick things off with Chad.
Shoosh Cole. Let me handle this. We begin things here with the master, the professor in residence of WWE, Chad Gable. This man knows the full syllabus of professional wrestling. His knowledge is endless, and his competitive drive knows no bounds. If Chad Gable can't do it, it can't be done.
Forget all that. Did you just freaking shush me?
Ugh, too bad he's got to wrestle Grayson Waller. I can't stand that guy's attitude. Such a mercenary.
I'm sorry, do you do commentary for charity?
Kicks out on the pinfall attempt.
These men knew this match is going to be hard fought.
Watch out. Diving front drop kick. So quickly to cover. Only a 1 count before the kick out.
Not even a near fall there. Has them up. Nice slug takedown. Holding on. How about another? Establishing complete control.
An unyielding showing of authority. No two ways about it.
Flexing their technical acumen.
A lot of ways Gable can win this match tonight, Corey. What do you think affords him the best chance to earn the W?
Cardio, cardio, cardio. Amateur wrestlers have some of the best motors of any athletes in the world. And as an Olympian, Gable's ascended to the highest form of that discipline. All he has to do is draw the match into deep waters, and the win will be in reach. Textbook fireman's carry takeover.
Grayson now undertaking a barrage.
Gable's motor on display. Looking to take this one into the deep waters. Look at this! Oh, no! Wildly throwing your body out of the ring like that is more often than not going to provide such a result.
That was an example of boldness backfiring.
Taken down by the neck.
He is just reeling from that offense.
Yes, Gable once again proving just how effective the teachings of Alpha Academy can be. Strong knee connects.
Good defense. Fujiwara armbar.
Fujiwara armbar applied. That kind of force in the arm can have lingering effects. Carefully placed stomp to the arm. Chad getting challenged there.
Yeah, and after that offense, I think Waller's confidence only grew, delivering nasty stomps.
Devastating flourish from Waller there.
You gotta wonder, what does this do to Gable's confidence? Come on, there's no fair play in that.
There was no issue with that attack. Hey, sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. Who are we to judge?
Spinebuster.
Nighty night. Stop in the leg.
Rearranger skull.
Looking for a suplex, slingshot style.
Can Gable withstand? Here he goes for the win. Power down in one.
Starting to see the tolls of this match add up.
What a hand and then
Somersault unprettier.
two. And that'll finally do it. What a victory.
Here is your winner, Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller with a successful outing here.
And if Gable has anything to complain about tonight, someone should just tell him, shoosh.
Wow. Just wow. An impressive, emphatic victory from the Aussie icon, Mr. Grayson Waller himself. The host of the Grayson Waller effect. Taking the win over Chad Gable. I'll be honest. I didn't know what to expect in this match. I don't think a Grayson Waller victory over Chad Gable was really on my bingo card for tonight. So, definitely interesting. But honestly, I like to see it, obviously. Didn't expect it, but I do like seeing it. So, hats off to Grayson Waller for qualifying for the tournament. It's like, yeah, great. You won a match. You qualified for the tournament for the Intercontinental title to crown the Intercontinental Champion. But the problem is you're going to go against Omos in the next round, or the first round. The first match of the tournament that he's going to be in is going to be against Omos. So, let's hope that he can handle Omos, the Nigerian giant, in the coming weeks. And now, with that match finished, we are now prepared, now getting ready for the main event of tonight's episode, as we have the leader of the Wide Six, Bray Wyatt, taking on main event Jey Uso. And this match does have some high stakes. Like every match tonight has had high stakes, but this one, not only with the fact of it being the main event, but the winner of this match will qualify for the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament, as the winner of this match will go on to take Shinsuke Nakamura in round 1. So, if you're in a qualifying match like every single match tonight, except I guess the tag title, except the women's tag title title tournament. No matter if it's the advancing the tournament or qualifying match, it's win or go home. As in, if you win, you advance in the tournament, qualified for tournament, whatever the case. If you lose, you're out, you're eliminated, and you continue on with life as normal. So, this is a big
Here comes main event, Jey Uso.
The following is scheduled for one fall, Making his way to the ring from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso!
You know, you got to think Jay's in a precarious position, not having the safety net of his brother or his cousin.
But ever since he's broken away, he's earned main events and has even won more titles.
He has truly become the main event.
Man, I can't wait to see Jey Uso yeet some fools.
No yeet. We don't do that, Saxton. Especially
I do.
you. No.
Yeet. Yeet.
The lights have gone out, heralding the arrival of Bray Wyatt.
Wyatt is as twisted and demented as they come.
With Bray Wyatt, you can only expect the unexpected. Feel the dread in the air.
Bray Wyatt stared into the abyss, and he liked what he saw.
No question in my mind, Bray Wyatt is one of the most diabolical and threatening superstars we've ever seen. There's no way to predict this man's actions.
That volatility is what makes Wyatt such a fierce competitor. He's capable of catching even the most experienced superstars by surprise and dragging them into his twisted version of reality.
Yeah, Corey, and it looks like he looks prepared to drag another victim into his void.
And then we have Jey Uso, an extremely talented in-ring competitor who accomplished great things with his family by his side. But Jey doesn't need any backup to get the win. He can do it all by himself.
Jey actually prefers to do things on his terms, to be in the driver's seat. He's ready to make a statement here that Jey Uso is a certified threat with or without someone by his side.
Stiff. Oh, Wyatt, full head of speed. And an impactful display of offense we just witnessed there.
That has to take all the breath out of you. This, what a headbutt.
Oh, my goodness.
Rapid fire Samoan drop.
Vicious right forearm.
Wyatt took the worst of that on his face, and it looks like there's a cut too.
Gotta hurt.
Trying to fight with a hurt arm is no easy task.
Oh, kick connects. He turns it around. With authority. He's looking a little off balance. Bang.
Brutal stomp, but it doesn't end there.
Oh, no, it does not. Here we go.
Just like Daddy used to.
He thinks he has it.
Kicks out. He still has life.
That is just pure instinct at this point.
And he has an answer for Jey.
From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off.
Isolating their opponent's arm and oh!
Stop right to the hand.
There's press and the piston-like right hands.
There's press. Hammer it away. Big splash. Let's go. Let's go. Punch. Ouch.
Oh, look at the start of this. Could be going into the playbook for submission.
An extreme amount of pressure in this submission hold.
There is no doubt surrender.
No, he lets him out.
Yeah, I think he knew he wasn't going to get the submission there.
Running senton. Man, that's going to hurt. Jey looking powerless to every attack.
The aggression from Wyatt is unmatched. Down to boom, and a double axe handle smash.
Stopping the ref's count at 2.
How? Oh, look out! High-speed crossbody from Wyatt.
He has to be at his limit now.
He can really stand to get back as good as he's getting right about now.
He's looking to get back from this. He has been down since day one. What does that even mean?
I didn't think we'd see a kick out there.
Will Jey take advantage? Looking for the victory! 2!
Somehow he kicked out.
There is something inhuman in the soul of Bray Wyatt. It's the only explanation for what we just saw.
Main event, Jey Uso with a close call right there. He definitely thought he had that one in the bag.
Just cranking the head.
Competition at its finest. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, these competitors are refusing to back down, and that's what everyone loves to see. Up high. Body.
A consistent attack here from Jay.
Brady needs to find a way to get back on the saddle.
He's positioned up on that turnbuckle.
What more can this superstar do?
Reaching deep into the arsenal.
This could end the entire match.
From the top.
Superplex!
No way. Suicide dive.
Throwing all caution to the wind and leaping to the outside.
Okay, already, we get it. Stop looking for adulation for the crowd and get back into the fight. Wyatt turns the tables.
Bray showing he's not out of it.
Bray got tired of being pushed around and wants to gain the advantage now.
Thrown back in under the ropes.
And Bray finds himself in trouble.
There's two. Finally got it. I can't believe this match is finally over.
Here is your winner, main event, Jey Uso!
That'll do it. And it's Jey Uso ending the night with his hands raised.
No telling the effect this will have on Wyatt's mind. Perhaps further down its already twisted path.
Is that even possible?
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like that'll do it for the first episode of a brand new Universe Mode in WWE2K24 here on this channel. If you made it this far, thank you for tuning in and joining us and even getting this far. If you did get this far, please comment down below, yeet, Y-E-E-T, yeet. And if you want to enjoy this, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, consider smash the like button on YouTube. And if you are not really following me or subscribe to me, please consider doing that no matter where you're watching this from. So yeah, consider leaving down below any ideas or suggestions you may have for the series, this channel, or anything and just about anything, I guess. Subscribe and follow channels. And that's really about it. I'll stop talking before I keep rambling on about the same old things. So with that being said, I am Dak. Thank you for joining me here for the first episode of the WWE2K24 Universe Mode. And remember guys, Jesus loves you. Stay awesome. And be like Dak.